When Napoleon geared up for a new campaign, he would lock himself in his office, spread these huge maps all over the floor, and he would lay on them. Sometimes he'd even go to sleep on them. Then he got his army moving with no set place in mind. As he led from the front, he would get these flashes of intuition, weird things like pull out a map and go, I think the final battle is going to be fought there. Sure enough, that's where they'd find the enemy, and often enough, they would win. How do we develop that kind of intuition? That's what we're sharing today. It all comes from this book, Napoleon's Glance, and we'll pull out the breakthrough ideas and timeless principles you need to build your intuition like Napoleon so you can conquer and win in your business. There's 4 steps to build what the author calls expert intuition, and it all starts with timeless principles. Napoleon studied all the great generals and all the great military campaigns of the past, even going back to Alexander the Great, which is 2,000 years before him, looking for timeless principles. You know, one of the things I really admire about Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger and folks like that is that they do the same thing in the business world. They're always looking through business history and even outside of business for timeless principles that they can apply in business right now today. What that does is it sets you up to dive really deeply into specialized knowledge. The faster you can build your specialized knowledge, the faster you can take action on things that are already proven to work without wasting time on things that might sound good, but actually have been proven already that they're not very effective. Once we develop general and specialized knowledge, we can start to create new combinations of tactics. What worked in the past won't work the same way again. So we have to take the tactics that worked in the past, but then combine them in new and interesting and surprising ways in order to unlock a new victory. Napoleon brought plenty of tactics from legendary generals of the past, but he always combined them in new ways to fit whatever the situation was at hand. A lot of the fear of Napoleon was actually driven by his unpredictability. The one time where he got predictable and told opponents where he wanted to fight, he ended up losing. Out here in the world of entrepreneurs, we're having to adjust how we market every single year. We can't spend the same amount of time on social media that we used to because it doesn't work the same way. You know, the tactics that Grant Cardone and Gary Vaynerchuk were teaching 10 years ago, they don't work the way they used to. We're having to take some of their tactics, like engaging with the followers, which is a great tactic, but combine them with new approaches like releasing higher quality content less often so that we delight our followers rather than just stay in front of them. How do we know that we found the right combination of tactics that's going to guarantee that we succeed? Well, we can't. There's a great line from the book that says you can't know whether you've chosen the right battle or the right tactics until the battle is over, but there is no other way to win. That brings us to step number 4, which is to analyze success and especially failure along the way. We find these new combinations of tactics by analyzing what's working, what's not working along the way, and then adjusting our way to success. It's like being a heat-seeking missile. You know where the target is, you know where you want to go, but it's going to take thousands of little tiny adjustments on the way before you actually hit the target. Here's a breakthrough idea I pulled from one of my mentors. We tend to learn more from failure because the emotion of failure drives us to uncover the truth and make real changes. One of my favorite examples of learning from failure comes from the NFL. One game, a tight end lined up on the wrong side of the field and had to be told to switch sides. So he runs over to the other side. In the process, he freaks out the defense. They're all confused. They don't know what to do. The coach spotted an opportunity. What if that wasn't just a failure? What if that was an opportunity to learn something? And sure enough, he was right. Today, every NFL team uses pre-snap motion to freak out and confuse the defense and uncover what they're doing before the ball is snapped. Now, we can do this in our business every day with an exercise I picked up from a good friend called Start, Stop, Continue. It's really simple. You just ask yourself these questions. What's one thing I should start doing? What's one thing I should stop doing? And what's one thing I should continue doing because it's working? That's how you learn from success and failure. Zigzagging, making adjustments, coming up with new tactics, trying new things, new combinations, learning from what's working and what's not until you win. As we're zigzagging our way to success and we're building our intuition, there's a big pitfall to watch out for. Unfortunately, it's on the inside of us, and that's our ego. The key to building and using our intuition is the humility to learn from other people and to see the world for what it really is and not how we want it to be. Napoleon has this great line where he says, instead of obstinately seeking to control circumstances, I obeyed them. Most of the time, I had no definite plans, only projects. I bent my policies to accord with the unforeseen shape of events. Here's the timeless principle straight from the author. Intuition is an act of humility, not hubris. We don't impose our will on the world. We conform our will to what the world imposes on us. And that's the key to building expert intuition. Now, this channel exists for entrepreneurs who want 3 things. You want to be famously influential to the right people. You want to teach, train, and lead others so you make an impact. And you want to enjoy your life along the way. So if that resonates, hit like, subscribe, share the video. And somewhere around here is a link to another video that I hope you enjoy.